Okay, we have approval of the March 4th, 2014 regular call. Roll call, yes, please.
Gladeville Jewell.
Here.
Fred Burton.
Here.
Rob Sesterino.
Here.
Joe Hayes.
Here.
Tick Bryan.
Here.
Kathy Warman.
Here.
All present.
All right, here we go now. Approval of the minutes, March 4th, 2014 regular call city council meeting.
So moved.
Okay, and
Second.
first and second, all approved? Opposed? Passed. March 6th, special call city council meeting minutes.
So moved.
And first
Second.
and second, all in favor? Opposed? Passed. All right, now we have time for communication with citizens. If anyone would like to come and talk to the council, just come to the podium, state your name, and
I'm not going to be very long.
no, ma'am, it's more of the offices for the chief and assistant, and they also doing the training.
The fire.
There, yes, ma'am.
How many departments does the city of Lebanon have?
Gosh,
I'll clarify a little bit more.
48.
Does each one of them have a department head?
Yes.
What is the city's ruling, or is anything about the department head should be in attendance at each city council meeting?
There's not. I mean, a lot of times if they have something on the agenda, a lot
Do
of
you not
times.
think they need to be here, or if people have questions, or I'm not asking you to make a ruling, I'm just curious to know why.
Well, you know, if there are questions, we'll accept them, and then we'll, find the answers for them. But a lot of department heads, the main department heads are usually always in attendance.
They are?
Yes, ma'am.
How many are here tonight?
1, 2, 3, 4,
I know.
5, 6, and Andy, he's out cause of surgery.
I just was questioning that. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
My name is Fanny Ward. I live on Hillcrest Drive. And Hillcrest Drive, as some of you may or may not know, is for the elderly and handicapped. Am I correct? Do anyone here know? You don't know? You don't know that it's for senior citizens and handicapped? You don't know?
For the Lebanon housing? We know that.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that it is?
For the Lebanon housing.
Okay.
Yes.
Several things I would like to address, because first I am being myself. I'm speaking for myself. There's others too, but I'm speaking for Fan Ward. I am being penalized every month, $20, because I don't get my check on the 3rd. I can't have that. I get my check when Social Security sends it to me. And I have what they sent me the 3rd Wednesday in every month is when I get my check. The $15, I didn't mind paying $5 every month. I didn't mind that, but $20, that extra $15 paid one of my insurance policies that I have been paying for years. So where am I going to get the other $15? I want a fixed income. And then another thing, I haven't finished with that point yet. If you are 15 days late, although you have paid the $20, you have got to go to court. Okay? And you have got to pay court costs. I don't know whether anything can be done about it or not, but I did call Social Security. They were very concerned. They want to know why you been penalized. I'm penalized because I get my check on the third Wednesday of every month. That I've been doing it since I was 62. I had no problems with the other administrator. Never did have to go to court for what? Then what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Are you talking about your
Something
utility
has got to be. No, I just paid a utility bill today.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about because I get my check on every third Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
I have to give the housing authority $20 extra.
Because your rent's due.
Because
First part.
Yeah, I can't have that. The rent is due from the 1st to the 5th. But if I don't get my check on the 3rd, how am I going to pay it on the 3rd? and 5th, 5 days, you know? What am I supposed to do about it? Uncle Sam sends me this every year.
Mayor's got a policy of the housing authority or is?
Listen, I don't care whether it's the policy or not.
Who makes the rules? In other words?
Like the board there.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, the board there. But something needs to be done. I'm not the only one that has to pay, Mr. Johnson $20 out of the check every month. But that $15, what I'm stuck saying, that $15 pays one of my insurance policies. I got to have my insurance. But something needs to be done. And another thing, when I rented there, I've been there about 7 years, okay? I never had a problem when I moved there. They told me, Ms. Ward, you don't have to move your garbage pail because they will come and get it. I said, well, I don't mind putting it out in the yard, and I've been doing it for years. Might have missed a few times. I'm not perfect. But now, it's a different thing. How in the world are those handicapped people going to move their garbage pails to the curb and then put them in the back of their apartment? How they going to do that? It's in this letter. It's what you're supposed to do. And that's what you're going to have to do. How the handicapped going to pull their garbage pails to the curb and put them in the back of
Ms.
their
Ward, on that, if you notify the garbage department and Public Works, they let you know. Jeff, I think you fill out some papers or requests, and we go around back and pick it up and do that. I mean, you just have to ask.
And another thing, your rent is due regardless of the weather. That's what it states in here, regardless of the weather. And on this calendar he has, and I just missed it because I've got to go to court twice this year. Now, what is the judge going to ask, what is he going to say to me? He said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm here because of so-and-so. I have these levels in here. That's why I'm here. So, well, what is, and right here, I just missed going to court tomorrow. I just missed going to court tomorrow. I am not going to give him my $20 and then go to court and pay to go to court. I'm not going. I'm going to court, but I'm not going to pay no court costs. And where am I going to get the money? I just give you $20. Now, where else am I supposed to go to? I mean, in Lebanon, where else am I supposed to go to? That's why I come to you. What's next? What's next? Something needs to be done. We can't take this. And in the back of my yard, and you the police, you can come and look, in the back of my yard, when it's rain, when it rains, I'm going out there, water just hot. And you think I'm going out there and put my garbage pail in the back of my apartment? I don't think so. Not gonna do it. Do you blame me for waiting in the water, put my trash can in the back of my apartment? Do you blame me?
No, I think Jeff, if you'll give him the address, he'll take care of that for you, hopefully, so you won't have to worry about that.
Been at the same spot, that trash can has been at the same spot for over 7 years. But something needs to be done. $20 every month. And then if it's 15 days, they try to go to court. It's on here. It's on here, right here. 20, the last day to pay rent before legal action is taken. Ain't that something?
Have you gone up and talked to Mr. Johnson?
I talked to him
Okay.
personally
Okay, good.
before the meeting. I'm talking about 2 months ago. Tomorrow will be the 3rd time he's gotten $20 out of me. He told me, I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He said, when you get your check, you are behind and you are late. How you gonna get blood out of your tongue? Uncle Sam sent me this. He sent me this when I started drawing Social Security. When I would get my check, and it's not on the 3rd day of the month, the 3rd week. I explained that to him. He said it didn't matter. He said you're behind and you are late. I said, well, I'm sorry. You have to get your money when I get it. Now what am I supposed to do? Tell me how am I going to pay rent on the 3rd to the 5th if I don't have the money? I'm not rich. But I thought I would bring this before you all. I just want you all to know what was going on over there. But something needs to be done.
Thank you, Ms. Ward.
I think you will.
Anyone else like?
My name is Jeff Rockhill, and I live at 1510 Coles Ferry Pike, and I'm here to talk about the proposed rezoning from the Coles Ferry property that's adjacent to the golf course. Rezoning from R1A to R1.
That,
Is this not the time?
just a second.
Or was that one of the ones that got dropped?
Yeah, just a second.
I didn't have that paper.
Where's Paul? Paul, is that the one that we dropped? That's been pulled. Yeah.
Oh, it has been pulled?
Yes, it's been pulled. Okay.
And by pulled, that means?
It's not on the agenda tonight, and I really don't know the status for it in the future, but Paul will tell you.
The property owner has asked for it to be removed. He may come back at a later time, but the problem there is he can't get sewer to his property, so he's asked to withdraw it so he can look at it more. They may never come back and make a motion later.
I thought I would save you a little bit.
You want this
I
back?
didn't have the
Well,
paperwork, so I didn't recognize
we
it.
just learned, yeah, I know, we just learned of it this afternoon.
You did a good job on that, Joe.
Yeah.
I thought I was prepared, but I was missing the most important piece of
Thank you. All right. Anyone?
Derek Johnson, I applaud that outcome. I have a question prefaced by, at the last council meeting, I wanted to make some observations in reference to the February 18th council meeting with regard to the minutes from that meeting. And so I want to withhold my comments again with regard to that meeting until the minutes are online. So there's no February minutes of council meetings online yet. I don't know why that is, but I'll wait till they are online before I comment with regard to that. But I would like to know why they aren't online, and I don't know, Mayor Craig, if you're the one who I should ask about that or someone else, but if anyone has any idea why those minutes aren't online yet, I'm curious.
Just sometimes takes a little longer to get everything signed and put online.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to address council?
Hey, why is it we're not on television tonight?
They're having trouble with the connection at Charter's in.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we are on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Those are-
that means yes.
Okay, old business, ordinance 1445. Well, oh, man, I'm just trying to get home tonight, aren't I? Ms. Ward, oh, she's already gone. We'll check on her issues for her. As a lot of people have known, we had passed and we're looking at doing a sales tax referendum, hoping to have it in May. The county, through the budget meeting, had I believe, a 5-0 vote to not opt in. But then last night at their county commission meeting, they opted in. So that basically, we are put on a holding pattern kind of status now. We have to wait until they have their election, which they have chosen it to be in the August election. And then after that, we'll probably need to have some meetings and discuss if it doesn't pass. Our options, I believe, from what Philip Warren told me, would be to end up having a referendum would be somewhere in August, no, September 22nd through October 6th. Then also, he said that we might be able, because we're so close to the November, if we elect to do it then on November. But, you know, there's a lot still to be done on that. I just, you know, the county has said they're going to do it. I hope they put a campaign together and try to work on it real hard, try to get it past the schools. I know they have their issues and dollars that are needed to meet regulations that are coming down on them, but also the city is in need of dollars also to kind of move forward on a lot of fronts. So we'll kind of see if they really put an initiative together. I hope they do, and try to get the word out. But I haven't heard of anyone leading that. So when they find someone to lead that, I hope that they'll get in touch with us. Thank you.
Jeff, a couple of questions. If we have problems with potholes right now, who do we get in touch with? I know.
Street property, just 4440825.
Okay, somebody's.
Or email me, instead of we'll go to the board.
Well, I mean, there's some citizens have asked who to call, and I knew that Lee's had his deals, but somebody will pick up there and handle it.
They go 0825 and speak with the street secretary, she'll take care of it.
Okay. Then on a second issue, where are we at on getting our crew together on working on the drainage? We're getting back to the time of year.
Crew's actually already started, we have there tonight, because that resolution about hiring more folks, we can even, I've got a report already, we're having one actual, next May, April 1, we'll start having a report once a month prior. But I've already got the first 2 weeks report already from Mr. Anderson of the supervisor, to tell you where he's been and how much time he's spent there, et cetera. So he's done a real simple, sweet, but short report that documents where he's been in some areas that you're not worried about. He'll report to you, but there'll be a report after 2 years on April 1 day.
So that'll probably have like each ward's expenses up to date.
He's going to talk about, in his case, he's going to talk about the work he's done. The money part, we're going to deal with it, myself, Robert, et cetera. But what Ken's going to report is what activities they've accomplished in the last, past accomplishments in the last, say, since maybe mid-February.
I just want to make sure that you were getting the resources lined up, because I know it's the time of year.
We're having 2 or 3 years come up now, hopefully after tonight, we'll start hiring for over 6 or more, things like that. You know, it's been winter time, up to about today, it's oftentimes no grass here, because we all want to no grass.
I mean, we all know that it's getting to the time of year, we're going to get the heavy rains and.
So that things you can tell.
One other issue. Mayor, I'll let you help me out on this one. But I'm not putting you on the spot. I've had some of them contact me, how are we handling, I've got a little bit of an issue with some of the kids, and I'm sure not wanting to go after the kids and downplay them, but they're rolling their basketball goals right out to the edge of the streets. And, I mean, I want the kids to be able to play and have fun, but it's also a little bit of a safety factor too. I'm kind of worried about somebody getting hurt. And I don't know, what do we do?
Well, you know, if it's on a main busy street, you know, for sure that they don't need to be there, but a lot of them I've seen have been on back streets or little cul-de-sacs or at the end of dead ends and stuff like that. You know, personally, I'd hate to, if they don't have anywhere else, you know.
Well,
But you know, it all depends on I guess the police department, it all depends on the situation, the traffic, and safety.
Yeah, we go out and look at the traffic flow, how many people's out, what time of day it is, how close, and we do get calls, but we look at it on a case-by-case basis. Obviously, if they're out on the main road or in the middle of the road where people are coming by, and we talk to them. A lot of times they'll set them up in the cul-de-sacs, and that's a little different situation. Normally, just tell them if they think it's a danger to call, we'll send an officer out. Like I said, we deal with it on a case-by-case basis.
I don't want them to get stopped playing if they can keep playing, but like I
It's a
said,
common sense thing, pretty much.
I'll leave that alone.
But I mean, you know, we just look at it case by case.
Okay, that's all I have there.
Fred?
Yeah, Jeff, what's the dates on the cleanup next month and how many weeks?
Cleanup is 2 weeks, begins Monday, March 31 through Friday, April 11th. Begins Monday, March 31st, 2 weeks through Friday, April 11th. So you put your stuff out the weekend of, I haven't written that one, let's see, weekend of March 29th and the weekend of April 5th. That's the only 2 weekends you got to put it out, 2 weekends. Weekend prior to it, we come that week, there's no certain day you get to your house, so you put it out the weekend, it's, you know, Saturday, Sunday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, 3/29 or 4/5, 4/6. You get picked up one of those 2 weeks.
So we're just going to do it?
Get out on the weekends.
Just going to do it for 2 weeks?
It was, don't get it last year, work fine. Just did 2 weeks last year, work fine.
And the other thing, on the railroad crossing, I know we got some bids that corrected. Where we stand on that? I know everybody probably don't have no money.
That's where we stand. Railroad says they have no money to fund anything. You remember the quote was about $44,000, don't talk about West Main there, it was on the square. There is about $44,000 to redo that at this point. You know, that's the estimate, but they're not willing to fund anything. So it's up to the city or state.
What are we going to do?
It's not our railroad, it's not our street. It's the state of Tennessee's highway, and it's a railroad crossing, so we want to pay, if you guys want to authorize $4,000, we'll replace it.
West Main's supposed to be paved and everything, so once they make that transition with that paving, I'm sure that they'll be right there at it. Something would have, more than likely would be done to help improve it.
So these are asphalt crossing, and of course, guessing they're supposed to rubberized across like you have here on Dow Drive there. That's what it's for. We were hoping they put together a plan to do that before they actually paid it, have something that matched it, would be the ideal situation, but again, as somebody mentioned earlier, we can't get go down the term, so they're saying that, they don't have the money to do it, there's probably a short line railroad issue with diesel tax, and they don't have the money right now. The railroad does not have it.
I don't understand, we contribute, what, 50,000 a year?
You think the RTA,
That's RTA, that's the New City Star, that's not the track maintenance here.
The track belongs to Ford.
The track belongs to the
Railroad Authority.
Okay.
And
And
all
Grundy runs the train on the track.
Yes, sir. He's a contractor of that. He's just an operator. The track belongs to the authority.
And so the authority said they don't have any money to fix that track?
That's what exactly it is.
Okay, the other thing, streetlights, nothing's been done.
I said they go to Tennessee, they go to Tennessee's committee, they're going to change up the ones that are burned down, get gutters, so as we've discussed, I'll keep a call and talk to them, but again, it's there.
But you still got a lot of brown ones, and, they're not shining much light.
Yeah, again, well, I'll pass information, but we can't really force our hand, they maintain them. The ones that are burned out, we'll probably replace with no thing.
I understand the ones burned out, but I'm talking about the ones that are almost out. They're shining brown and not shining white. Down Park Avenue, East Main, Market Street.
That's what we're talking about.
Cedar Street.
Right. That's what they committed to looking at and changing out the ones that were, in their opinion, beyond, the search for life. And also tell you, they're going to train them out if they think they got, life left in them too. Down here, it's about the cost.
Okay, that's all I got.
The only thing I have is, what time is the work session Thursday? 5 or 5:30? 5 o'clock, we'll be starting on the budget. I would urge everyone to be in attendance, because this is when we have discussions on how we're going to spend our money for the next year. So we'll be starting our budget work sessions on Thursday. That's all I have.
Joe?
I just want to thank our department heads for being available during the week like they are. Whenever I call and I have a situation, I had a couple of situations come up this week, I didn't have to wait till I got here to talk to them about it. I could call them, I could go to their office, I could speak with them anytime, and they're available. And I just want to thank them for making themselves available. Thank you.
Mayor, the only thing I want to do is just encourage everybody to vote when it comes time to talk about our two major roads. It's in the packet. I think you've had it for a little while now, and that's all. Thank you.
All righty. One other thing before we get started on ordinance 144591, you'll notice that there's been rewording a little bit on that issue. Okay, ordinance 144571, second reading to amend.
Motion to approve.
First.
Second.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Ordinance 144572, second reading changing.
Motion to approve.
227 South Maple, and first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Ordinance 144580, second reading to amend Title 7, Chapter 1 of the Lebanon Municipal Code to exempt the central business B2 zoning from the local fire sprinkler requirement, but not the adopted international fire code.
I would make that motion.
Have first, second.
Mayor, just to clarify, this really just applies to the square.
That's square, that's the only area that's B2.
Thank you.
All in favor? Opposed? Passed. New business, council approval certificate of compliance for retail package store for Brian Leeds, West Main Spirits, Wines and Spirits. And Commissioner, Scotty, everything's good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All in favor?
Need a motion?
Need a motion?
Yeah, no. That's right.
So moved.
And first,
Second.
second, discussion.
The only thing I just, I think we had talked about this briefly, we should certainly talk about this, but I think MtJuliet, it limits it to, I think they only have 3 or 4, and I don't want us to get into, and I don't want to interfere with the people's right to do business, but I also think we want to be strategic in how we're doing this, and we might want to talk about some type of a cap on exactly what is it. I think MtJuliet has 1 for every 7,000. I believe that's what they authorize. So I think we should certainly discuss that going forward.
We should do the same with check cashing places.
Brother, I'm right there with you. Totally
I'm
I'm on board.
This is a review.
I understand, no, I understand, it was coming as for renewal, but we had talked about this, and when we're getting down, because we're gonna start having our work sessions, maybe we can get some ancillary stuff done when we're talking about the budget too.
All in favor? All in favor? Opposed? Also, I want to notify the appointment of Mr. Mike Walsh to the Lebanon Municipal Planning Commission.
So moved. Aye.
Ordinance 144584, first reading to authorize line of transfer for customer service department. Okay, first, second, all in favor? Opposed? Passed. Ordinance 144588, first reading, changing property at 430 West Main Street.
Second.
And first and second, all in favor? Opposed? Passed. Ordinance 144589, first reading, changing a portion of an unaddressed property at the corner of South Hartman and Hickory Ridge from Ag to D4. Second. First and second, all in favor? Opposed? Passed. This is one that we updated. First reading to ordinance 144591, first reading to amend Title 14, Chapter 4, Section 144045 of Lebanon Municipal Code to amend the height of the highway business in B4.
So moved.
And first? Second.
Discussion.
Yes, sir. Discussion.
Chris? I already talked about this briefly, so can you break it down? I see in this ordinance, they got to read it out about in height, unless it shall be located within the accepted service area of the fire station equivalent with a ladder truck with 100 feet or longer ladder. They got scratched out in height.
Yeah, this is one that's probably been broken over and over and over anyway, this ordinance. Of course, we've got the clock tower, we've got Hampton out there on at the end of the runway or whatever. The biggest thing is we bought that ladder truck so we can go more than 3 stores. I think some of y'all was in on that. But Nashville only has one that's, I think their biggest one's 120 foot. And so they've got big buildings down there. What this entails is you're gonna have to come up when you start building buildings like this is more manpower on the ground. You know, and that's what me and you were discussing the other night, and kind of hard to make you understand that, but they got standpipes in the stairwells and all that stuff for us to use. But this ladder truck, it's only good as 100 foot.
But all these buildings must be sprinkled too, right?
Yeah, they'll all be sprinkled.
Yes.
So, but, I mean, you could put 7 in here, you could put 10, you can put 15, it ain't gonna matter. It's just all about how many more employees you wanna hire.
Eventually, we like to buy a taller ladder truck, right?
Well, that don't make them that big. Like in Tokyo. Yeah.
With a snout on it.
That's
All
right.
in favor? Opposed? Ordinance 144592, first reading authorizing the acquisition of right-of-way for Walter J. Barrett Middle School Safe Route School Project.
I'll make a motion.
First and second.
I've got an amendment. And, Paul, where it's talking about the amount of right-of-way, the amendment to, which section of it was it, Jeff?
Section 1.
To say the permanent right-of-way acquisition shall not exceed 10-foot depth on any residential tract. The back of the sidewalk will be located a minimum of 30 feet from the existing home. I know this kind of sounds a little, permanent right-of-way acquisition shall not exceed 11-foot depth on commercial tract. And then temporary construction easement shall be abandoned upon completion of the new sidewalk. Ms. Jackie will give this back to Lee on the house. And we've got some maps and things, but what this does is, the road kind of crooks a little bit back and forth, and we're trying to, on the second reading, I'm talking about going ahead and getting the copy of the maps to have put in with it to show that this will, what we're trying to do is make the least amount of impact on the homeowners we can to be able to put the sidewalk in for the kids going back and forth to school. And does anybody have any questions on what I was saying?
Jeff, is this pretty
It's
well
fine.
working?
It'll work fine.
Okay, all right.
I want to thank Jeff and Paul for working with me on this. So,
We have a first and a second, that you asked, as amended, or did we already have the first?
Make a motion on the first,
Did we?
make the main motion.
I made the motion, it made second.
Okay,
the
and
first.
then you make
Then
the
I'll offer the
amendment.
amendment.
I'll accept your amendment.
All right, yes, okay. All in favor as amended?
So, second.
Opposed? Passed. I want to make sure that was the first amended on the first motion. Resolution 14-1811 to hire seasonal employees and part-time employees for Public Works, Recreation, Jimmy Floyd Center.
So moved.
That first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Resolution 14-1812 to promote and assist with Legends Drive Extension in the Beckwood Road Connector Streets associated with infrastructure.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Discussion.
All right, discussion.
This is not a binding deal, it's just saying that we're putting emphasis on it.
Right.
Just a resolution.
That if there's anything that comes that we're actually spending dollars for, then it'll come back as a more.
I guess the big thing I'm looking at is that gives us the opportunity, because I know for me to go forward on the road, I would love to see somebody sitting there ready to break ground or really seriously committing so that we're not putting in a road that's just going to sit there costing taxpayers money like, we have had that happen. So, but this is just saying that we're going to push forward on the emphasis of developing things.
Well,
As I'm understanding.
As of this, but we have a lot of interest in both areas right now. And this is just one way of telling those people that are interested in looking at these areas that, yes, we're ready to work and cooperate with you to make things happen.
But then it'll come back to us when the people are ready to sit down and really discuss it.
Right now, there's still a lot of design and a lot of things that have to be done.
Because it even states in the resolution that any partnerships require the approval of the council.
And even today, I was told that there was some interested party that was in need of 22 acres of commercial out on the Beckwood side, on the Lebanon side of the Beckwood side. So I think when the wastewater issue became a non-issue, I think everybody that was maybe had walked is now giving it a second look.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 14-1813 to rescind resolution 11-1558 relative to the hiring freeze, any new personnel until approved by the city council. What we're asking here is that if we have it already budgeted, and for a lot of times, you know, it's at the Floyd Center or mowing and, well, just a lot of the, well, in all departments, if we have the money available, that we are able to go on and move forward, advertise, and hire that person.
Mayor, I just had one question about this. These are for positions that exist as of today,
Yes, sir.
and if you had an org chart, they would be empty or vacant.
Yes.
Do we know how many
Yeah,
folks that entails? Just out of curiosity.
That I don't know exactly how many right now.
I was just curious.
It's
Not many.
Not many, but,
I think we're about fully backfilled or
and
through staff.
the main issue is kind of like we have dispatch, that way we just move forward. And on that, the mowing issues, just a lot of others, but the main thing is, it's in the budget, and it's already, you know, planned for us.
I still would like to know
Are
that
we gonna be
target.
notified when you do a new hire?
Yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem.
Mayor, I've got a question, I mean, because it rolling on over on further down. I mean, we've got one that in the last budget work sessions, we were talking about doing away with. Because I was under the impression, and then now we're looking at filling it.
What are you talking about?
With that open vacant position that was in the accounting.
No, I mean, but that one we're
But see, it's been open
reorganizing.
since
You know,
2012.
that position is a position that once we get all the Tyler done and everything, that we feel like that we will no longer need, and so we'll be looking at reorganizing.
So that's
It's not filling that position.
It's not, okay, because I knew in the last work session, we had the vacant position, we were talking about removing once we got through with the overtime, and the new system was in place. So that position is still online to leave.
That's our plan, sir.
The resolution, I mean, the ordinance that you're talking about is just saying that that position was a E1, and this other position is being reclassified because that person is working some overtime to fill some of those duties, because we're not on that system yet. And so, by reclassifying it, rearranging some of the duties, we're not filling the position, but we hope to eliminate some of the overtime.
I don't know, it just don't sit that way, we're going right into budget. I mean, it seemed like it would be brought up. Well, I'll wait on to that one.
All in favor? Opposed?
No.
Resolution
We
1418.
didn't get a motion on that, man.
So moved.
I thought we did. I don't know who, but, well, we have to do the second.
Okay. And the vote was unanimous.
And I would like to request, Lynn, if it's not too much trouble, you to just give us a new organizational chart that would go with today, whatever, or whoever occupied the spots today. Thank you.
Resolution 141814, reclassify customer service clerk in the finance department. This is what Robert was talking about to you.
To approve.
Have a first?
Yes, sir.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Pass. 5-1. Ordinance 144594, first reading to authorize budget amendments for the beautification, Think Green, Think Clean Litter Challenge. This is coming up again.
Somebody.
Have a first, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Ordinance 144595, first reading to authorize and approve a hold harmless agreement with Tennessee CVS Pharmacy.
So moved.
First and second, all in favor?
Question.
All discussion?
On this particular one, they're gonna put the sign in our Right now, right away, right?
The easement, not the right of way, the easement. So we go several things. There's no utilities there, so there's no harm. It's not right of way, it's in the easement. It's 20 foot behind, right behind the right of way. All the right of way.
So the word, it won't be within our, say, water and sewer lines.
That's right. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to break them in.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Resolution 14-18-15 to authorize the Commissioner of Public Works to modify the existing plans and obtain new permits to advertise for bids and acquire easements for the Wilson Creek Inceptor Sewer Phase 1 project. This is down the Beckwith Road and looking to servicing the south side of I-40.
Second.
Have a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Resolution 14-18-16 to authorize the purchasing agent to advertise for bids for
Motion to
replacement
approve.
of the roof of public safety. Have a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. And the drop-in, resolution 14-18-17, resolution of the City Council of Lebanon supported a high visibility law enforcement campaign grant application.
Second.
Have first and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed.
special call.
Yes, we have work session at 5.
Yeah, special call.
Third.
Special call.
Special call, special call will be right before the work session.
Five.
Third.
Five.